mikor megölte a izét, a Szilárdi gyereket, igaz?
Igen. Az lett volna inkább ugye a bárátja, igazság szerint, mert olyan idős volt, mint Zsolti.
Hát olyan idős volt, igen, de az is 14 vagy 15 éves.
Igen.
Azt megölte a izét, azt a gyereket, a fiát.
Well, it's a documentary, a feature-length documentary, which has an old film, which it's coming from the 80s. There was an old documentary which was shot in a juvenile penitentiary, and there are 6 young boys who are speaking in that old documentary about their crime, about the everyday life in the prison, and about their future plans. And all of them are committed for murder. They are at the age of 18 at the moment of the interview, but they've committed their crime at the age of 14, 15. So they've killed when they were 14, 15. And I think that this whole documentary is a real masterpiece. It was a banned film in the communist Hungary, and I found this film 4 years ago on YouTube. I saw it, and immediately it was very intriguing what should happen to those boys who are in the old film. So with Sára László, who is my film's producer, and we are always working together. With Sára, we've decided to go for it, to try to find those boys who are now men in their 50s, and to try to find out what happened to them in the last 30 years. We were preparing a fiction project, and a big part of that story was put in a prison. And when we started to write down the idea, we realized that we know nothing about this word, about the prison word. So we started a research. I spoke to people who are working there, who were shooting there. I watched many films, and in this research process, I found the old film. Actually, one of my very good friends proposed me to watch it on YouTube because he said it's very important and it's very strong, which is absolutely true. I saw it, I showed it to Sarah, and for days we were talking about it because it's so strong, it's so, it stays in your mind. And after a few days we realized that we are concentrating on this and we are not concentrating on the fiction plan. So we realized that perhaps it's much more important to make something more of these conversations about the old film. In the old film there are 6 main characters. In mine there are only 3. And when I met the first guy, after 2 minutes of conversations, he said, okay, he's in. When I met the third guy, he said no way at all. And I met him again and again and again, many, many times. And after, I don't know, 3 or 4 months of meeting and talking and trying to gain some kind of trust. And then finally he agreed to take part of this project as well. He had very bad, the third guy had very bad experiences with the old film. He had to fight many times because of the old film, and he was a bit afraid that the same situation will reproduce itself.
Beállított 2 haver. Menjünk el valamerre, majd kirúgunk a hánból. Nagy nehezen beleegyeztem. Elmentünk, csavarogtunk, aztán visszamentünk a lakásra, felöltöztem, pénzt vettem magamhoz. Alkalomhoz illően, hogy indulunk, közben haver erőszakoskodni próbált anyámmal. Gondoltam már, hogy ittunk azért, hanem szóltam neki, nem. Összeverekedtünk, 4-szer megszúrtam, meghalt. Röviden ennyi volt. Így. Nem úgy szóltam, hogy meg akarom ölni, csak hogy mégis észrevegye magát. Úgymond jó helybe akartam hagyni, de megölni nem akartam semmiféleképp. De nem tudott belenyugodni, szóval. Nem tudta elviselni, hogy valaki jobb nála. Még egyszer. Ront nekem jött megint, megismételte kétszer, harmadszor. Ráállok ugyanígy egy ágyra, mint hogy az itt van. És akkor szúrtam meg komolyabban. Akkor ez volt a halálos szúrás, ami bal szívbillentyűjét sértette meg.
Well, I told them first of all that my job is to. I'm sorry. First of all, that my job is to ask and ask and ask until I have no questions, which never happens. But they always have the right to say no. They always have the right to stop the camera. That they are always safe. So they are never obliged to go to places where they don't want to go. It was very important, and also I was really interested in them and in their stories. And people who spent a lot of time in prison are very, very sensible for sincerity. They feel immediately if you try to trick them, and they feel as well if you are honest. And I think that this honest curiosity was obvious for them for the first time, and it helped a lot to get their trust. They were the first persons beside the crew who saw the film. So as immediately we finished it, I showed them. But it was something very different from what I expected, because they were not really watching it as a complete film. They were watching it as 1.5 hours moving pictures where there are parts where they are in. So they watched much more like some kind of home movie of high definition than a real film. So there were no real conversations after it about message or what's this film about or something like that. It was much more simple. But the only important idea behind it is that there is no big difference between the guy who is in front of me and me. I mean, he's a human person. He had an extremely difficult life. He had very different opportunities from his birth than I had, and simply because you have to respect the other person, the other human being. So it was not something I had to always concentrate on. It's the way you should communicate with someone else, I think. I would like to concentrate on fictional projects, and I hope that I will be able to achieve a level of quality what I achieved with Cain's children.
Kimentem anyám, ájultam, feküdt az alkoholtól, másik hely is jó volt. Visszamentem, leellenőriztem. Vajon mégis benne volt, ugye, hogy hát, ha mégse hal meg. Hát, meghalt. Púzus, nem volt lélegzés, nem volt, tudtam, ez már csak kifele. De már előtte észre lehet rajta venni, szóval mikor megfogja az ember, még a pulzusát nem is érzi, már akkor érzi, hogy halott, teljesen ernyett, izzadott, ez szinte nyálkás. Verejtékkiveri. Abban a pillanatban tudni lehet, meg van hangos. Elég csúnya.